welcome. For now, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. And then become a member. There's lots of perks, and also wraithax.eth domain name. So we do have a couple of things going on here. I didn't know how. If I should make a video this late at night. I feel like I do sometimes anyway, but I don't know. I was inspired by Darcy Donovan's space. I was just on there. And I'll get into her stuff in a second. I just want to say, if she'd be working at night, burn that midnight oil, no reason I can as well. So we'll go and start off with the Grumpy Cat and 4chan, and we'll see what we got here. Let's see. What's new, Grumpy Cat? Whoa. Oh, God, hiccups. At currently about a $1.29 million market cap right now. So currently the Telegram is still active. People do still be posting on the Twitter for them, or on the X for them. If you have seen, it is now X over on everyone's phones. It is not Twitter anymore. Even though it still has the little tweet thing over the little blue bird, if you want to go to Grumpy Cat's Twitter. Anyway, despite having a couple of good things hit in a row, people just haven't gone on and really messed with it too much yet. Unlike 4chan, which kind of had its meteoric rise, both of these tokens have been at like $30 million market caps before. 4chan about 2.9% on the day. Again, for a meme coin like this, that's pretty stable. That's not really anything crazy like that. It is at a $4 million market cap. Like I said, sometimes it goes pretty wild, sometimes it doesn't. It can go up and down. Same thing, despite Grumpy Cat having a bit more of influencers and nobody really talking about 4chan. 4chan does actually have almost double the amount of wallets that Grumpy Cat has. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'll get into OMI real quick, and then I'll go into what I was talking about before. So OMI at about negative 1.5% on the day over the last 24 hours. So we are at 00063. So obviously, in order to get here, we were at 0000645 24 hours ago. Moving on to the rest of the market here, we have everything in the top 10 is not more than up or down 0.8% for Cardano. Everything else is up or down 0.3%, except for Dogecoin, which is up 3% on the day. But everything is pretty stable. So there is something I wanted to go and show you guys, which again, I was on Darcy's channel just here before. It is Grumpy Cat, OMI, no 4chan with Messy, no, Soph, no. It is the Income Island that she's doing. So let me see right here. And there are a couple of different ones, so you have to go and be so this Income Island is not it. That's the one that's at $79 in trading value for the day. That is not it. Let me go to it on this here. Okay, Income, I guess ETH, right? WBNB. Wow, it's got a couple of, I want to go where the most volume is. Nope, this one is 79 cents per day. Where is it? So the reason why I wanted to go and, is that really the only one? All right, fudge, I guess it is. Let's see how many wallets they have. They have 1,200 wallets. So Darcy has this thing called Star Dogs that I've been taking a look at. She had mentioned it a while ago, like several months ago, to me, and then we had gone over it on the podcast that we had just had a couple weeks ago, and they just had a space about it, and they're like, "Oh, hey, if you go and you mint a Star Dog, they haven't started minting yet. I don't know if you can get on the wait list. Just go to her Twitter and you could find it, or her X and you could find it. Why I wanted to kind of go over this is part of the other investments I was going to go over. So yeah, she tagged Star Dogs in the follow Star Dogs on there, and from there you can go to the minting thing to go to the wait list, and based on what Star Dog you get will depend on what utility you can get. So most of it's just like, oh, hey, hang out with us at an after party, or red carpet type of deal. She'll go over that a little bit more in Vegas in September. I'll be there for that. And then you have you have a couple of them that says, oh, hey, if you get this NFT, you actually get to be in the movie. Could be as an extra. There's one where you get in a speaking role. I do believe that at some point you would be able to go and actually share in some profits in the movie, depending on which NFT you get or how many of them. I think there's just 10,000 of them that are going to be sold. I think they're just going to mint at like half an ETH, something like that. So they are expensive, but they are. And she's got projects lined up for the next, I don't know. Well, I know a couple of direct projects that she has for just the next couple of years, but I think she has plans for like the next 15, 20 years. So as long as NFTs are here to stay, and again, something that just has utility in, something that you can go and have your star dog just be a part of Income Island, and that those will be interoperable as well. So at some point, I will go and bring those into the Veveverse because everything can come into the Veveverse. I'm not sure what's going to go out of the Veveverse. We'll see. But that's just something I've been looking into. Again, you're not able to mint yet, but that's something I wanted to go and express out there. Other things, I had a whale of mine just like buy another. Let's see how much OMI he got today. It was not a ton, like 700,000 OMI. So I spent like $500 on it, 400 something, give or take. I think he's up to 25 million OMI now. I would much rather him go and just put in like 30 bands, 50 bands like right away. Instead, it's like, oh, here's 600, on the app each week and 1,000 on OMI each week, which is fine. I've been advising him for like 2 months, and I wish I could give him that little push, so he just gets like 50 grand of OMI at one shot. Not at one shot. We would do it for it's like, a couple grand this day, a couple grand the next day, because you don't. If you do that all at once, you're going to pump the price like 80%, which is fine. It'd be nice to get out of the triple zeros, but it's just something that I would rather him dollar cost average in at, so he doesn't pump the price too much. You're going to have that anyway. Like I had a buddy of mine says one day you're going to wake up, you'll be a millionaire again because him and his boys just went ham on OMI. Which I told him, I was like, hey, if you want to do that, do it over the course of a couple days or a couple weeks. Don't do it all at once. But I think they're waiting for the utility before they go in. Anyway, speaking of that whale, it is on the screenshot that you see there. He has 3 Astro Boys. Not just any Astro Boys, sub 100 Astro Boys. Number 61, 74, and 79. He's got a good amount. There's a couple other things I want to go over here. Beaver stuff. So the transfer option. I happened to go over this a little bit this morning, but it was kind of spur of the moment there. You see in Lumpy Space Princess, you just have the right above where it says you own one, it said transfer on there. When somebody went to transfer, obviously it wouldn't do it for whatever reason, but it did say that. So I've been trying sporadically throughout the day to see if there's anything like that, and there's just not. At least none that I've seen. I don't own a Lumpy Space Princess. If I did, maybe it might do it. If not, no big deal. Also, just before we get a little busy here, if everyone could go and smash that like button, like that, for your way to help support the channel, would be super great. That'd be awesome. Moving on, Shaw. Okay. So the transfer, hopefully they're just doing some testing, and then it might come back in the future. They haven't said anything on it, which is pretty normal for Veve to do now, to not speak on a subject and then they'll just roll it out, which is fine. So if they want to do something with transfers and they're just testing it out now and they just want to give it back to us without saying anything, that would be amazing. I would love to do a bunch of giveaways. I would love to do a bunch of stuff like that. Comment down below what you would love to see. Moving on. So Veve Digital Collectibles says, speaking of Astro Boy, says the team is aware of the delivery issues with this morning's drop and executing a resolution. We do apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience. We have Lucas Y over in the Discord saying, everyone, we will be delivering the pending purchases to users in the next couple of hours. Prior to this, there will also be a brief outage of a few minutes where the collectible will be unavailable in the store. Thank you again for your patience. And then they do go and they say, update. If you successfully purchased this morning's drop from the store but did not receive your collectible, the team will be airdropping it to you shortly. The mint number will match the one you were originally supposed to receive. Prior to the airdrop, there will be a brief outage in the secondary marketplace for the Astro collectible. Thank you for your patience. And then they had another update later in the day. It was, yes, they said all airdrops will be completed in the next 12 to 24 hours. That was 2-ish hours ago. So in the next 10 to 22 hours, all the airdrops will be completed. And then you got more. Okay, so here's another thing that I've been pontificating about, and I've told this before, or I've mentioned this before, but it's something I really want to go and kind of hammer home. Marvel, for the last year or two, has been experimenting with QR codes, specifically for the Marvel Unlimited. Shows like She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series have them. All the QR codes, you can pause it on your Disney Plus, you can scan it, and you get a free comic in your Marvel Unlimited app. Now, the same was done between Marvel and GNC recently, where you buy protein and get a QR code for a free digital collectible, but it's again on the Marvel Unlimited app. But I do think that they're just testing it out. I believe that this will one day be going for Veve. Again, this is just my opinion. It just kind of makes sense, why give something away for free just so you can have like $10 a month versus people buying stuff multiple times a week and then trading multiple times a week. They want those fees. They want those new customers. Should be pretty easy to, I guess, onboard them if they're already on Marvel. So maybe that's what they're doing now on the Marvel Unlimited app and then transfer them. But again, that's just my opinion. So we do have NFT update. And again, I don't know if Veve's paying for these or not, because they've had a lot of things like Bloomberg, like NFT update, like, who's that other guy? He always mentions Pudgy Penguins. But it's just a lot of Web3 people have been tweeting about Veve, including NFT update. Like I said, 285,000 followers. They again tweeted about us saying Astro Boy digital collectibles are coming to Veve, and then they posted that early this morning. Sense, conspiracy theories. So somebody had gone on and posted about Doc Ock, the Marvel Metallic Red, this guy. And he says, well, I really like this guy. He's one of the only ones we had that's red. He has 10 editions of them, which they're not a ton. They're like $29. So there's not a ton of them, but he doesn't have a ton of them, but it's enough where, again, some people, they'll like random collectibles. They'll like the red metallic ones, I think, were supposed to be different. I think that's why you haven't seen any others, because they had something they wanted to do and maybe they couldn't do it, and now they and I think that's why you haven't seen any of the red ones. I wouldn't expect any of the newer red ones coming out to have that metallic red. If they do, cool, then there might be something to them, but as of right now, this is kind of a one-off thing. And maybe that's what could make it valuable in the future. Oh, they were supposed to do something, never took off, so this metallic red variant is special. I don't know. We shall see. I finally heard that Jason Aldean song, I was like, try that in a small town, and I don't get what I understand, I liked it. I liked the song. It was cool, and I like small towns. Now granted, I've never been to an overtly racist small town. I have had one issue where one person that was right. So I get, you go to enough small towns, eventually you'll find one that's, fairly majorly racist. But I mean, that's cities. That's the same thing. That's, racist everywhere. But I liked it. I think people, a couple people were just haters. I don't know. I like the song. It's cool. And that's me as like a brown person saying it. It's not like, oh yeah, I have this white privilege. How do you get the white privilege? I don't, I'd be curious to see. Anyway, moving on, we have Whale Chart going out and says, breaking news, the Uber CEO says that users will soon be able to pay using crypto. I do like that, even though I am not bullish on Uber long term. Tesla has obviously disrupted that market. It'll continue disrupting that. It will eventually take over. Maybe Tesla might even buy it. Now, I don't think it'll buy Uber. It doesn't need to. It just, the user base is just going to go to Tesla at some point with the full self-driving. So I'm not bullish on Uber long term, but this is a pretty fun move for crypto when they go and they say, oh yes, we're going to be able to accept crypto. It just shows that the CEO, one, maybe they just want to make headlines a little bit so people are talking about them, or two, they want to go and say, hey, crypto is probably going to go up and we would like to have a good base of it. However much they keep, that goes towards their bottom line. I don't know. How much goes to the drivers? I don't know. Do they convert that before they pay them? This is just from Whale Chart. We don't have an interview with him yet. Telionis here. Okay. And then we have a couple of deals that I really wanted to go over that I've seen. And this is really just for MCP points. I just go on the collectible, go to the market, and then go to collectibles, and then filter by secret rare. And I was looking at it, I was like, okay, which ones could I get for, good MCP points? Vebe was the first thing that came up to me, because Vebe is, nobody really knows what it is, but it's $37. It's a secret rare. It's its own set. Cool. I think that's good. The Infinity to Infinity and Beyond poster. It's $64, so a bit more expensive, but it's a secret rare, and it's, it's its own set. Then you have the Mike Magnolia Batman. Again, it's its own set. It is $84, so it is a little bit expensive. Are there other things that you could get, like, and this is just for MCP points. What would I rather have? A Mike Magnolia Batman for $83, or would I rather have a rare Luke Skywalker? I would rather have a rare Luke Skywalker, because even though the Mike Magnolia Batman is like less than 1,000 mints, and the where did it go? And the Luke Skywalker has over 3,000 mints. At least the rare does. I would rather get the Luke, because it's animated. That Batman. I guarantee. Before I said the Mike Magnolia Batman, how many people even remember that name? How many people even remember that this was a Batman on here? We have like 15 of them. Other companies are doing Batman. Like, this one isn't really special. Like, it's a secret rare, and it's good for MCP points. It'll give you more MCP points than the Luke Skywalker. But again, it depends on how you're playing the game. It depends on what you want to do. Speaking of playing the game, I had my collectibles on last night. Well, I had Laurie Brenner on there as well. And but my collectibles there, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't know what to do, like, as far as, do I want to go and do for MCP points, or just get what I like? Do I stack? And I was like, and I told him, I was like, listen, you remember that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where, not Emilio Estevez, oh god, Leonardo DiCaprio, he's going and he's talking to his people. He's like, you got problems? Good. This is how I want you to deal with them. By getting frickin' rich. And what better way to go and solve the drop issue? Do I get MCP points? Do I go and just put more money in? It's like, dude, and I told him, like, dude, just buy OMI. Like, you're worried about, like, hey, if I buy enough of these collectibles, I get to a higher MCP point status, and then hopefully I can get the things that I really want on the drop, as opposed to paying 3x for them in the market. And I told him, if you buy OMI, you're not going to care that you have to pay $120 for something that was $40, because you bought something, you put $1,000 into it, and by next year it's worth $10,000. Or 2 years later, that's worth $100,000. And I know that sounds crazy. Oh, if I put in $1,000 into OMI now, will I have $100,000 in 2 years? If it 100x's, yes. And being less than 7 cents in the next bull market is fairly conservative. I don't think that's outside the realm possibility at all. And again, is this financial advice? No. Could OMI go to zero? Sure, the world could implode. But yeah, that's just, and this is how, obviously, Veve's successful. After I'd finally completed those number 41 logos, and I was just like, felt like I fought the battle of freaking Fallujah. I was like, listen, I am done spending money. I'm done with this app for a little while. I'm just going to focus on me and buying OMI. Less than 36 hours later, I was back to buying. And now, granted, I do have an addictive personality. Not everybody has that addictiveness that I do. But yeah, this is, Veve keeps making money. As long as they keep making money, OMI's in the clear. And just today, like I said, 85,000 on the drop today, not including the secondary market, which went wild, despite the drop having issues. So what do you have here on the Go Astro Go? It is at $39 here. So it's still well above retail, despite there being over 3,000 of these little guys. The cheapest sub 100 is $209. Like I said, my whale has 3 of them, the sub 100s. And I think a couple of people have gone, like, the more mints you have, the more valuable the sub 100s are, because yeah, these have 899 3-digit mints, but there are also a couple thousand 4-digit mints. So the 2-digit mints become really, really special when you have that many mints. Anyway, I'm gonna go and answer the questions right now. It's gonna be a pretty short show. Uncle Mish says just popped in. What's up? Yo, what's up, Uncle Mish? How's it going, fam? Meow, meow. Smarty Pants says, what's up? Got 5 Astro Boys, but may decide to commit heavy and stack him over time, like you did the like you did the Plutos. You have 10% of those Plutos, $83,000 worth of Plutos. Heckin' wild. And obviously, it's that's one of the benefits of stacking. Let me go to the lenticular cards here because I have the set as well. Oh, it's a super early one. All right. I don't have multiples of them, but I do have the set. And Pluto is 128 gems. If you have 600, like 48, whatever. Yeah, it's like $83,000 that you have worth of just Plutos. That's heckin' nuts. I love it, man. I love it. Moving on here. Wes says, let's freaking go. Let's go, Wes. Dead Coin says, hey, friends. Oh, hello, Dead Coins. How's it going, fam? Charles Delgado says, what up, homie? How's it going? We've just been hanging out. I've been trying to, do different workouts. I used to be in such good shape. I used to be able to do 110 pull-ups in 10 minutes. Now, this was years ago, like years ago. And today I did 100 pull-ups in 18 minutes. So it took me a lot longer. And that's with like changing grips too. I had like the wide grip, and then that grip. So I didn't do any of the chin-ups like that. I really should. It's better for your biceps if you do that. You could use that as a bicep exercise, but yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that. I just just shooting the crap. Anyway. So that's what's up with me, Charles. Pasternak88 says, I'm thinking of converting my OMI to Matic, so I'm ready for the Bane drop on McFarlane. So, as said with the Todd McFarlane Batman, casual fan, and casual fan of the Bane as well. I love Bane. I have cosplayed as Bane. I actually had I made a post yesterday on the X. On the tweeters. Like us on tweeters. It is the X now. I don't know what to call it. Should just call it the X, right? But I did make a post. It was yesterday, I assume, of my diet. And this is my diet in 2016. When I started my deployment at 173, and I ended at like 196. So I gained a lot of weight in 7 months. Because I ate 6 hard-boiled eggs, 1 cup of oatmeal, half an ounce of peanut butter, and 2 small bottles of whole milk at breakfast. My after-breakfast snack was 2 pieces of chopped chicken, 1 cup of rice, and 1 ounce of peanut butter. My second breakfast was 6 hard-boiled eggs, 2 cups of oatmeal, 2 small bottles of whole milk. And my third breakfast was 6 hard-boiled eggs, 1 cup of oatmeal, and 2 small bottles of whole milk. My lunch was 2 pieces of chopped chicken, 2 cups of veggies. My during/post-workout meal was 2 servings of Gold Standard protein and 1/3 serving of Mass Weight Gainer. And before bedtime snack was 1 serving of wheat thins and another serving of Gold Standard protein. Why did I mention that again? We're talking about, the reason why I did that is so I could cosplay as Bane for New York Comic Con in 2016, and it looked delightful. I was a thick boy. It was great. So I love Bane, but and the issues that McFarlane has, they won't have forever. Like, I'm assuming they're building an app that's just not ready yet, and they'll roll it out at some point. Having it just on the computer, you're getting a very, very small group of people. Just Web3 in general is a small group of people, but yeah, just having it on your computer, it's a lot easier with an app. If it's animated better than the Todd, the cape flows. The cape is a cape, but the eyes blink, and that's cool. But if you could use like the Batman and the Bane together, and they and he can break the back of Batman, that'd be amazing. That'd be really cool, and I think that people probably should get that just for the awesomeness. Maybe not so much for the investment, but for the awesomeness. I'm in obviously a different position. I have way too much OMI to be able to want to trade it for anything. That's the moonshot. That's the play for me. For other people, if you don't have a ton of OMI and it doesn't really matter, if you have $50 worth of OMI or $50 worth of Matic, at that point it doesn't really matter. And you really really like Bane, by all means, go get that bread. An investment standpoint, I wouldn't do it, but again, that's just from me from an investment standpoint. If it's something that you like and you're like, well, I don't have any more money and I want to be able to mint it, and if I miss out on the minting, I might have to pay X amount of more money for it. So yeah, by all means, if you're able to do that, go for it. Omar Kasaja says, good evening, senor. Dex Pyro, what up, Dex? Saying, random comment that you might appreciate, Randy. Went to In-N-Out Burger today and got my receipt back. My order was 66. Oh, it's amazing. I love it when that happens. Do I have a... no. All right. So I had a lot to eat today. I had a bunch of burgers, a bunch of meat patties, and then I had some fish. I'm still hungry. Milham says, what's up, buddy? What's up, Milham? How are you and the poopy butt doing? Tell Poopy Butt I said hey. For people that don't know, Inside Joe is just what him and his wife call each other. Eddie Almeida says, swapped all my OMI for XI and EWT. Doge 1, approved by FCC and NASA. Is Doge 1, is that just Doge? I mean, good luck with them. I'm not 100% sure what that will do in the future, but I do wish you the best of luck, sir. Deadcoin says Dad Bod Batman. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was a variation of the Dad Bod Batman. He was another one. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. Guys, if I don't answer Facebook messages, I don't even look at them. Same thing with Instagram most of the time. What are the big Astro Boy inspired boots that are all over social media? This is great. The Astro Boy boots are all over social media. Astro Boy's taking over. Oh, that's so heckin' cool. The Big Meme Head 21 says, have you ever heard of the White Wolf of Lancaster? The White Wizard approaches. It's supposedly a ghostly werewolf spotted in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Okay, I've been there. Seen near a graveyard, lurking around, ghost and werewolf. Ultimate nightmare. Okay, let me take a picture of that. I gotta send that to a buddy or a couple buddies of mine that live there. All right, hold on. Let me text a buddy of mine. Oh, it's a little late, so I hope he doesn't. Have you seen the White Wolf? He's gonna like wake up out of a nap like PTSD. Dude, my friend Kara, God bless her heart, on 4th of July, a couple weeks ago, she sends me a video of herself like in our friend's kitchen, and like fireworks are going off in the background, and she's like, hey Chavez, because the fireworks are going off. She's like, I'm so glad I'm not one of those vets with PTSD. And I was like, oh my god, that would have made such a good TikTok. She's not on social media. She was on OnlyFans for a while, and then there was an incident with some LSD and some White Claw, but she's not anymore. Anyway, I feel like I'm info dumping here. Crazy Dan 420 says, I generally don't enjoy country music, but there's absolutely nothing offensive about the lyrics in Jason Aldean's song. Just true statements about living in a small rural town. Don't mess around with a small town. Yeah, it's a good song. I listened to it twice already. Deadcoin says, I love Bane. Me too. I used to be Bane back in the day. It was so good. Oh my god, I was so freaking jacked. One day, I'll get there again. One day. Someday. Prince Toby says, I'm proud to say that the whole tub of chocolate ice cream I told you about 2 days ago. Let's go. You did it. It says, I now know why we have such high obesity rates in the nation. America, frick yeah. Yeah, we totally do. We totally have a big obesity. I think the only place that's fatter than the U.S., I think, is Mexico. It's all fried. Like when I went down there a few months ago, it was just all fried food. It was great. It was, lordy. It was good. I loved the food and the drinks. But yeah, that was very, how do you call it? Very fattening. And one says, look out for YouTubers to start talking OMI. Jake Gordon mentioned OMI this week, mentioning a 2021 Friends OMI bag. OMI has potential to thunderstrike your FOMO. Agreed. Sorry. I have the house to myself, so I really like to scream. Like every now and then. I haven't done it in a while. But when I get the house to myself, I like to shout out like a United States of Smash, you know? I don't know if anyone's seen My Hero Academia, but I feel like I do a pretty good one. Go to my TikTok, link down below, and you'll see it if you scroll down. Anyway, I think it's just shows. I think the title is like Brown Person Screams United States of Smash. But yeah, you'll see a bunch of people start talking about OMI. You'll see a bunch of people start talking about Veve as well, because as this bear market comes to a close and the bull market starts to take off, we're an early bull, and everyone gets into Veve and OMI. People that every Yahoo with 10,000 subscribers, like, have you heard of Veve? What is Veve? They'll take the Spark Notes from wherever they can get them, be like, I've heard they've had this and that and this and that and this and that and then. Sorry, it's a SpongeBob reference. Yeah, they'll totally do that, and I can't wait for it. You're gonna have people that maybe don't want talking about Veve and OMI and advertising and stuff, but yeah, I don't know, whatever gets them in the. You ever see Rocky, the second one, where Apollo's trainer is talking to Apollo, and Apollo's like, we want to dog him, we want to hound him, we want to get Rocky in the ring by any means necessary, and then his trainer says, you realize if you do this, you're setting yourself up as the bad guy, and then Apollo says, look, man, whatever gets him in the ring. So like whatever gets us those people, those users, whether they're from Australia, California, Japan, wherever they're coming from, whatever gets us those users, I'm game for. And if people want to, if other people are, if the way we get that is by people that don't know anything about Veve is talking about Veve, you're going to see some people that are smart. I feel like most people will be like, okay, what is this Veve? Let me go and do some research before I go into the app. And I think a bunch of the influencers should probably do hey, new to Veve, here's a video. Taps did it a while ago. I think I did one once as well. I think like every 6 months to a year, you should probably do that. Influencers should do that just because things do change. I mean, heck, I have a show every single day, sometimes twice a day. This is my twice a day. I did one this morning. And there's enough content to do stuff every day. So I think people should do that, I think, every 6 months. Kind of like blood work. Should do it every 6 months. Also testing for, never mind. Mr. 100 says, as Veve responds to the technical issues with today's drop, the communication with the community on Twitter and other social media shows the media was perfect and shows how much they have grown. Agreed, sir. And one says, bronze ticket will burn circulating supply. OMI, right? Yes, it will. That's still on the bronze ticket wait list. Yeah. When we get that, I don't know. I would say they're going to do staking first. The reward, season 0 rewards, they'll do that first. And then that'll hopefully happen this quarter, and then the waitlist bronze tickets, whatever they're called, that'll be Q4 most likely. And then, who knows what we get in Veveverse by then. Dino Dragons has got another million OMI today. Still stacking. This is going to blast off like no one has ever seen. Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light. Prince says, wait a minute. You have the whole house to yourself. Now you can yell Kamehameha really loud now. I actually had a photo come out recently on my Facebook, but I think I put it in the downloads. Did I download it? No, it's not there. Facebook, Reddit, documents. I need the Facebook though. The Facebook, today's the day. No, it wasn't that. Do I have another Facebook? I guess I didn't. Thought I did, but it was not meant to be. Yeah, it was just me in a Dragon Ball Z shirt, and I was just saying Kamehameha. It was from many years ago though. I don't know. Maybe I could find it. I'll show you. If I just put Kamehameha, and then posts, and then the post will be from me. I guess I didn't. But it was there. I swear. There was one. Big Meme Head 21 says, I noticed in the live-action One Piece trailer, the guy playing Gold Roger was played by someone who looks suspiciously like you, Randy. Are you the king of pirates in the live-action One Piece? So listen. Well, first of all, show me that trailer. New live action One Piece trailer. All right, hold on. Let me find this. Let's do a thing here. Um, One Piece, and then we'll do. All right, I guess we're gonna have to type in the live action trailer, and then okay, it's from 8 days ago. All right, let's see. Yeah. And what did you say it was? It was the Gold Roger? Gold Ranger? Gold Roger? All right, let's see what we got here. I mean, by all means, like, you would know if I was. I would have been talking about it all the time. Um, is that Zorro? Is that? Oh my God. I didn't get a good look at Zorro. It didn't look like he was too jacked. My guy, if you're playing Zorro, you got to be jacked. All right, Luffy's skinny. That's fine. That's where he is. His it does not look like he's rubber. So I'm really curious to see where they go with that. What part of the trailer is this in? Because I'm 43 seconds into a 3-minute trailer, and I don't know which way we're going here. There's some more Luffy in his straw hat. There's the pirate flag. There's the okay, no, based on the legend. Yep. I don't know. I'm not seeing, and I don't know if I could really even show this, just because of the well, I guess Fair Use Act. I could show it, but I don't want to because I have to look at the same time. No, I can't. I need a computer. That's what I need. And one day I'll get it. Oh, you know what I could just do? I could just Google the freaking One Piece action. All right. One Piece. Oh my God. My fat thumbs. All right. Live action, and then I could just go to cast. Cast Robin? No, just the cast. Just the cast. All right, live action, cast. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. We're going to IMDb, I guess. Why is this so freaking hard to find? All right, my guy, I'm straight up not having a I don't think any of these people look like me. And I know some people are just like, "Oh, yeah, this guy looks nothing like me." Meanwhile, they look exactly the same. But I am not seeing anyone that looks even remotely like me. They're either different shades of brown that are not me. So I'm just gonna give up on that. But my acting career has not taken me to movies yet. I have 2 I'm doing next year. Can't wait for that. Dead Coin says to grab 2 million OMI during San Diego Comic-Con. You did it. Get that bread. Prince Soda says, everyone, I'm proud to say I once rickrolled Randy Chavez, everyone. He did rickroll me. It was, I did not see it coming. And one says, it definitely is in the race for Parabolic Insanity. The game's players are almost all in position. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this. Been waiting for it. When is it going to happen? I don't know. I'll be happy. Like I said, that 10x by next year should happen. But we could still be down here for another couple months. Because I mean, once we get utility for OMI, people are going to FUD it because the first utility that's going to be is just going to be OMI staking for more MCP points, and that's it. So obviously there'll be bugs, there'll be whatever, there'll be delays, it'll come out, they'll have something wrong with it, like everything does in tech, and then they'll fix it, patch a couple weeks, everyone will FUD and be like, oh, this doesn't do anything for circulating supply. Obviously that's the next thing to come after that, but yeah, we could be down here for a couple more months, maybe even the rest of the year, which would be great. You know, if we're down here for the rest of the year, I'll get to 180 million. I'll get to 180. As we get more users, I'll probably go and I might sell a couple things on Veve in order to get some more OMI. You know, the 43 Lukes I'd like to keep. The 41s I'm keeping until I get a ridiculous offer on them. But yeah. Prince Sophie says, Roger is the guy in chains being executed. You might have the wrong trailer. Are you freaking kidding me? Need to find another trailer. It was the one that came out 8 days ago. So let me try to find the. All right. Oh no, the first one in chains. All right, hold on. It's in the first couple of. But it doesn't show his face. I just see like the back of him. Wait. Hold up. Hold up 1 second. This guy? This dude? I mean, he's got a stash. He's got, I mean, All right, let me see this other official trailer here real quick. Just to see if it's any different. No, I'm not seeing anything crazy. Netflix do be trying though. All right, but yeah, if everyone can smash that like button, that'd be great. Smash it. And one says, one cool utility is all we need released in 2024 with speculation. For more, we'll pump it. Yeah, that's true, and we'll have a bunch of that in 2024. We'll probably have a couple of it this year. Wes says, McFarlane dropping more DC than Palm is. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe McFarlane coming in right as soon as the bull market's about to start. Maybe McFarlane could even take over. There's already utility with the bat cows. Like if you have a bat cow, I think you get whitelisted for that McFarlane drop the other day. I don't know if you get whitelisted again. I mean, how much utility can they still go for? They said minimum 2 years. We've gone through a year of that already. So there should be at least one more year of utility, but they might, do it beyond that. They might go and have more utility on top of that. They could just add it on. I don't know. How long do you give utility for something that they purchased for like $300? I don't know. We'll see. Wes says, just read that. Mr. 100 says that MCP points will be valuable. I'm glad I got 500,000, and I would walk 500 miles. Yeah, glad I have 500,000 points. I will. Oh my God, technology doesn't work sometimes, and okay, first world problems. My friend Lou texted me the other day. Let me find it for you. Excuse me. He says, first world problem. Falling asleep watching YouTube and it autoplays a dozen videos you wouldn't have watched, and now your suggested videos are all out of sorts. I love him so much. He's so great. He's my friendo. I'm so great. Oh, I have 2 dinners this next week. I don't want to go. Well, I want to go. I need to go, but to be valuable. Yeah, MC points will be. Prince Toby says, how far have you gotten into One Piece? I'm currently all caught up. I can't wait for the 5 episodes where Luffy fights Kaido in Gear 5. I'm hyped. One Piece is my second favorite anime after Naruto. One Piece is one of those animes so I don't like things that are just like 1 season or 2 seasons because I like to be emotionally invested in things. I like to, because with 1 or 2 seasons, most likely the story, it's like on a cliffhanger, or there's definitely more of the story that they could do and they never got the chance to do. So I don't like things that are super short, but I also don't like things that are super long. I'll never finish. I will never finish One Piece. So I never started. One Piece is probably I think it's the longest running anime of all time, or longest running manga of all time. There's like over 1,000 episodes. It's insane. One of the best. One of the things that people always get into. But I just don't have the time. I would never finish. There would be. I've heard even something like Fairy Tail, which I love. Like I know there are other animes that are better than that, but Fairy Tail is probably one of my favorite animes, and I think I've seen the first like 50 episodes. I know there's a time skip I didn't get to. I know there's a bunch of other things. My Hero Academia, I've watched like 3.5, 4 seasons of that. I love that stuff. That's one of the best animes ever made, and I just haven't had time to watch it. I haven't watched like any of Dragon Ball Super. and I have freaking Royal Saiyan crest on me. One day I will be less busy, and I will watch everything. But it is not this day, said Aragon. Calm down, we'll look at the reference. Yeah. Ayomedo says Doge1 is Elon's Dogecoin rocket with SpaceX. G is part of the Greek space tokens. Super interesting articles from 2021. That is interesting. Curious to see where that goes. Wes says, yep, can't imagine bat cows have much utility left. DC losing money for every free airdrop. Well, do they? Because they most likely they get traded, they get the fees. It can't cost them that much to, airdrop these things. It can't cost them that much to send out digitally. So I am curious to see what the cost is and what everything else is. Very curious. Edcoin says One Piece is definitely not short. It is not short. It is the longest. It is the longest. It's like there's. I don't know if anyone remembers this. This is from a long time ago. Well, not long time ago. Like the mid to late 2000s or even early 2010s. There was somebody that was writing a story about Super Smash Brothers and the Subspace Emissary. And it's like 1 million pages. And apparently it's really freaking good. But like, who has the time for that? Yeah, apparently it's like 1 million pages. So, I don't know. Moving on here. The Big Meme Head 21 says, you should play Crusader Kings 3. It's a game where you play as a king. You can make your own character. I met a guy named King Randy and conquered all of France and Spain, formed the Chavez. Dude, I have to go and, oh my God, I have to go and take a picture of that because that is the greatest thing. Oh my God. That's the greatest that you just made my night. Add that to the Snapchat. And then I'm gonna just take a normal picture of it as well so I can have that for all time. Wow. Okay, I don't know where you could play that. Let me go. I can just look it up. Why am I such an idiot? I literally have all of human information in here. And I just did. All right, hold on. Calling in Crusader Kings 3. 3 with Oh, you need a computer for this. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think I would be able to do this. This looks epic. This looks like anyone ever play Rome Total War back in the day? This seems like that. Sequel to Crusader Kings 2004, Crusader Kings 2, PC in 2020, Xbox, Series S, PlayStation 5 in 2022. All right, gameplay. Let's see what we got here. Yep, grand strategy game, dynasty simulator set in the Middle Ages. Players begin as a character in either 1867 or 1066. Interesting. Upon the death or deposition of a player's character, they continue to play as a character's heir. Overall, players develop a dynasty over the centuries with the game ending in 1453. Dynasties can oh, okay, yeah, that's... Oh, but it ends. Feudal, tribal, or clan government types. Religion... Oh, wow, religion, culture. This has got to be a very, very long game. Players advance their goals by warfare, diplomacy, or subterfuge. Players may undergo pilgrimages and wage holy wars, and either entire religions can be called to arms in crusades or jihads. Oh my God. Religions have tenets which are bonuses given to all practitioners of the faith, and doctrines which will deal with religion stances towards issues like homosexuality and female clergy. This is detailed. Principal resource for interacting with the religion mechanics is piety, and a player with sufficient piety may choose to develop their own heresy, with the tenets and doctrines being chosen by the player. This is hell. I'm guessing this is an epic game. Yeah, the reception from it's off the charts. It's wild. Yeah, it's probably great. It's just I don't think I would have time. I barely have time for like a Polytopia game. Takes me like 40 minutes. Anywho. Mr. 100 says, let's get real here. A third appearance of Todd Batman is not something to get excited about, interoperability or not. Well, that's the thing. There's been things about interoperability. I feel like they had said interoperability from the start, but then I was reading a couple things on X before, um, where it says, so Sailor's dad says, legit question, can you put Todd Year 2 on the 85th anniversary Superman in any other vault or metaverse, or just the MTD showroom? And I guess it has to have another licensing agreement to move the 3D asset outside of the agreed place. But that's not what they freaking told us. They told us interoperability, full interoperability out the get-go. Which, if they would have come out and said, hey, here's your chance to get this Time McFarlane drop, and at some point it'll be interoperable, cool, fine. But they were advertising interoperability out the get-go, and just apparently you don't have it. It's kind of pissing me off. So Sailor's dad says, just seemed like these DC drops would be included in the exports, but I guess that was just what I took from the promotions. And you have Notorious Bastard saying, is that why they said some won't be fully interoperable? I heard yesterday cows won't be interoperable anytime soon, and the Palm Studio is now owned by Candy, and Andrew works for Candy. I don't know how much of that is true, but Mask says that's what they promoted, but I guess not fully. Yeah. They even said animated sign interoperable. So I feel very, very misled by that, and I didn't even go and mint anything. Kind of salty for people. Anywho, moving on, yeah. But yeah, I mean it's still. I don't know. All right, I'll be honest about it. People that really like Todd, like just the Todd Batman or Todd McFarlane in general, will probably get it. So it's cool for them. It's not something that I would get. I didn't get it. It's some people will get it, and they'll play with it. I think that Todd McFarlane is smart enough to know that things have to improve. You have to have forward momentum, and I guarantee you they're working on it. I guarantee you they do get steps every couple months, move the ball forward a little bit, and they'll be, if they can get a bigger fan base and they could go and, NFTs take off again in the bull market, which they came out like right as the bull market starting, so they're in a good position. I think they can go and do some damage in the space, like good damage, like they'll make their presence heard. But yeah, going and saying that we're going to be interoperable and then them not being interoperable, bad move. But again, that's just me, just my opinion. I'll live and learn. Omi Juan the Homie, aka Beskar Batman, saying, "Long time no see, my man. Hope all is well, and the odds are forever in your favor." Oh, why, thank you, Senor. Yeah, it's been good. The podcasts I've had recently have been amazing. A lot of great people are coming on. I'll get more people in the future. Like in the span of like 2 weeks, I had Miss El Salvador, I had Prince Menvendra, I had Darcy Donovan, I had director Seth Ferranti, and I'll be getting more. I had a quick exchange with it's a friend of a friend, but we just connected. Wait a tick. Where are we here? Wayne Johnson, this, Resi, yep, okay. Got that. Where did it go? Seriously, where did it go? Oh yeah, we're with Steve Sanoulis. Steve Sanoulis had just, we just connected. He is a award-winning actor, producer, director, published author. 2.1 million followers over on Instagram, so hopefully I can get him get on the podcast soon as well. I'm really trying to, well, not that I've been trying, it's just been happening. Breaking into like the acting Hollywood gig, so that'll, again, even by next year when I'm in those movies, they won't release probably until 2025. So, we'll see. Where was I? Prince. Oh yeah. So yeah. Omi Juan the Homie. Things have been really good. They're shaping up to be great, especially as Omi goes up and get more money, then things will just happen. They do. That's what happens. Prince Obi says, if you're looking for a decently long anime, watch Violet Evergarden. It's about a girl raised only in the military, and she has to adapt to normal life and learn what actual emotions are. Does that have feels? I'm gonna take a picture of that because that sounds. Oh god, hiccups. Yeah, that sounds. Wow. Oh god, more hiccups. Actual emotions are. Yeah. Everyone that's been through the military knows that transitioning to civilian life is a big transition, and it's you just got to get through it. You just got to grin your teeth and bear it. And it's, some people have easier times than others. So I don't know if I like could watch, like, if that gets you in the feels. I don't. And I love fairy tale, but the feels sometimes, like, oh my god, it just, I don't like to be crying like that, bro. I don't like to be like feeling myself as like, oh god, you know. But that sounds interesting. That sounds good. That sounds like I would love the characters. Um, I will let you know what I do. Wes says Venom comic down to 114 gems. Damn, that went the rise and fall really quickly. Oh, that's one of the other things I wanted to go over that I didn't mention before because I already had it. Was the David Warhol is a secret rare. It's its own set, and it's not showing up. Okay, let me go to it's the Young Warhol. So let me go to the market, and let me type in Young. Why is it not showing up? All right, Warhol. We'll try the Warhol. Why does that not show up? I don't. That is very strange. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my collectibles. Young Warhol. Okay. These are $27, and it's a full set. Secret rare. Dope AF. Amabot says, I think Peeps Sleeping on Astro definitely more popular than Ultraman here in Japan. Yes, I agree as well. I only have one because that's all the gems that I have. I only have that. I only have that one. I have 3 gems left. Like I said, I put a lot more money into the app than I probably should have. I overpaid for the Lukes. I overpaid for the 41s, the 41 logos, but now it's OMI time. Like, I get it. I should be putting more into the app because most likely whatever you buy now will probably, if it's decent, will probably go up in the next 6 months, year, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like OMI, and everyone's about to get cash out back as well. They roll out new users each week for that. They won't really talk about it until everybody has it, and they won't make an announcement until then. But yeah, I want more Astro Boy. Like, again, my whale had new whale has 3 sub 100s. 3 sub 100s. Prince Toby says, actually, I played Crusader Kings. It's made by the same people that made Rome Total War. Yes, dude, Rome Total War, so heckin' good. So heckin' good. Dude, it's like, so it's fine if you go and you play as like the Julii, the Brutii, or the Scipii, because this way, if anyone like attacks you, like your homies come in, and it's fine. But if you play as anyone else, if you play as like any other country, if you attack the Brutii, the Julii and Scipii, they attack you. It's like, oh my god. The only other place I've had success with is really with Egypt, because it's so massive. They're so large. But yeah, that was a hard game. That's hard difficulty. Total War. The company is called Paradox Studios. They've also made other games like Victoria 3 and Europa Universals. Heard of Europa as well. Wes says it's interoperable on the McFarlane platform. Yeah, it's interoperable on the McFarlane platform. Jared Souza says market is way down from last week. What market? Which market? Let me know. Prince Toby says, fun history fact. In the year 800, the Islamic Caliphate conquered all of Spain and many married locals at one point. 80% of it was Muslim, so you may have a little Arab North African in you, Randy. Maybe. So I might be Spanish, but I'm actually from Peru. I guess they could have immigrated there. Um, but yeah, it's possible. Like I said, I do have red hairs in my beard every now and then. Can you see them? Some gray. Nope. Maybe the red turned gray. I don't know. The Avatar says, "What's up, bro? See you at Decon in December. I can't wait. I can wait. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it." Matt Johnson says, "What up, Randy? What are your thoughts on Rambo long term, just in general?" Oh, I love Rambo. I should really get him. He's an ultra rare, and I guarantee you I could get him for. Well, so here's what I want to do. I want to go and buy it from the store because I did. Oh, maybe not. It's only $34 at the floor, and he's an ultra rare. So I would get him. Um, so you get decent MCP points. Yeah, that's not bad. And you get a number. Was that 43 for 199? Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not worth it just because you know what he has right now. But in the store, I think it's like $60, right? Yeah. Um, he's animated and he has sound, right? Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's no sound. It's just animated, which is fine. Because he has. Oh no, it is. It has sound. Rambo, like Sylvester Stallone, if you're in your 30s, 40s, and a man, and you like to work out, and you've got that dog in you, you'll really, really like anything that he did. You love Rocky, you love Rambo, you like the newer Expendables movies. Even if it's not good, it's awesome. Like it's awesome. Like um, that was peak man. Like that is peak male performance. He's so like that's who we aspire to be. That's who we go and like. All right, we want to have the abs and we want to have the shoulders. We want to have the biceps. We want to have it all. And the dude had it all. He played, freaking soldier. He played war hero. Played boxer. He's he made characters that we could all kind of look up to, and I think it'll be the older crowd. I mean, what is it? 2,400 mints total. Yeah, so out of 2310, you have there's going to be more than 2,300 men that want this. Just because it's Rambo, it's cool, it's fun, and a buddy of mine, he's got so many physical collectibles, and he likes physical collectibles, but it takes up a lot of space, and they're hard to sell. Digital's so easy. This is so easy. And it's, short term, it might continue going down. And I don't know if this is something that they'll burn. If they could burn the last 600 of these, suddenly you have 1,700 instead of 2,310. And yeah, you could get it for $34. If I had the funds, this might be one of the things that I would buy. Yeah, might be one of the things that I would buy. Moving on. But long term, like I don't know, it could go up to like $100. But right now in the short term, it could go down even further. Because maybe people want to say like, oh well, the Rambo is okay, but it hasn't performed well, so they'll sell at a loss in order to try to chase some other green candle and. Yeah, people are crazy. Mr. 100 says the first Batman on the blockchain is on Veve. Double talk will never change that fact. Yeah, agreed. The Todd McFarlane is special. The Todd Batman on Veve because, well, it is the first Batman on the blockchain, and then it's the first Batman on Veve. It's the first drop on Veve, so it's special for all of those reasons, and I think it's pretty undervalued now. I don't know what it is. Be advised, I don't have one. $800. Blue and yellow is 117. It's actually not bad, but I think that's only it's an ultra rare. Oh, it's a full set too. Nice. Nice. Mom says, "What's your thoughts on the robot dogs?" The robot dogs? The star dogs that Darcy Donovan has? or the if you could elaborate on robot dogs, my mind is just it's tripping, and I don't the blood's not there. I guess confused on what robot dogs are. If you could elaborate, that'd be great. Prince Toby says, "Do you have any Funko Pops?" I have 130 last time I checked. I think I'm a little spoiled. Queen Veve is an amazing mom. All hail the Queen, dude. I love her so much. Mom's so great. I had a few. I had to leave them. Actually, no. I might have. Oh, sorry. I gotta button my pants here. I might have one or two left. Nope. I do not. Right? Nope. I do not. Oh, I have a pair of pants that I haven't had in a while. Yeah. So all the Funko Pops I've gotten were gifts. They were. I had one Invader Zim one. That. I don't know if someone sent that to me, or if it was a gift from an actual con. There was a. Oh no, it was from a con. There was a Deadpool one I had from a con as well, where I was just, I was Deadpool, and yeah, people just gave me gifts. It was great. That's part of what I really like about cosplay as well. Like, it's great to be Brown Wolverine, or to go and be super jacked as Bane and have some of the ladies look at you. But Deadpool was really special to me. One, because also former military, and also kind of crazy, and going and being like, I don't know if I have any. I don't have any videos of me. I have pictures, and I'll show you that at some point. But I can show you this right now. All right, where was it? Let's see. All right, let's try July. Let's try July. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it might have even been May. Oh God, the stripping. Oh yeah. So here I am as Deadpool on stage at Eternal Con, and that's Brianna Hildebrand, who is Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and I got to make her smile. Like, I even had her smile when I went up there, because I was like doing a little dance. You can't see, but I'm wearing Flareon. I'm wearing Flareon slippers, and I was doing a little dance, and then I was like face to face with her. I was like, "Didn't we do a movie together?" And then she's like, but yeah, just to make someone like that laugh, it was cool. Like, to make other people laugh. Yeah, it's fun. That's something that's really, really, that's a feel good thing to make others laugh. Anyway, Jimbo Lingo says, "Hello, Master Randy." Oh, why hello, Jimbo Lingo. I love you so much. Jacob Torres says, "Hello." Oh, hi, friendos. Hope you're all doing well. Mm-hmm. The Big Meme Head 21 says, "What's your opinion on Family Guy and South Park?" Well, both are extraordinarily funny. Obviously, it's hit or miss depending on certain episodes, but Family Guy goes places, man. They joke about things that I don't know how they get away with it. And Family Guy, when something's really popular, it'll make it into the show. Like, I remember they did the Leroy Jenkins one. They did a Leroy Jenkins skit, which was, if you haven't seen that, just type in Leroy Jenkins. It's like 2 minutes long, maybe. It's really good. And Family Guy did a skit of that. So, but South Park, you can't beat South Park. You can't. There's no animated show like that's better. Now, I like Legend of Korra. I think is great. BoJack Horseman is amazing. But for what South Park is, for what it did for the U.S., just did for, like, people back in the day, like, some people, my younger viewers might not know this, but there were, like, The Simpsons is pretty tame. It's pretty, I wouldn't say vanilla, but it's pretty tame compared to, South Park, but it wasn't always like that. There were some states that wouldn't show it. There were protests about it, like teachers against, like, I specifically remember this one kid that really, really liked The Simpsons. He had a Bart t-shirt on, and the teacher already didn't like it for whatever reason. And then she said something, and the kid's like, "Oh, don't have a cow, man." And the kid got sent home. And we were in like fourth grade, and it's like, what did he say? Like people went wild for over this, and it doesn't really nowadays. It doesn't really hold a candle to South Park. South Park is so super current, and the first couple seasons were, yeah, they were current as well, but they were kind of they weren't as good, they weren't as fun. And I could talk forever about all my favorite episodes, but there's one that really sticks out. And it's not the funniest one. It's not the most memorable one. But it came at a time when America really needed South Park. Um, After 9/11, there was a bunch of things that halted production. And you had a couple of shows such as South Park that had a delay. And because South Park is current, like how are they going to handle this? Would they address it? And they did it in a really funny, like the first scene is just Kyle, Stan, Cartman, and Kenny just standing at the bus stop, and they're all in gas masks, and it's like, okay, I see what you're doing there, because everyone after 9/11, everyone was afraid for like months after of like another terrorist attack, so they were standing there with gas masks on, and Stan's dad goes and tells his wife, "Oh, shouldn't you stop watching the news? Because there's some people that just there's nothing like that happened in people's lifetimes up until that point. Pre 9/11 was a very different world. So they kind of poke fun, not at the victims, not anything, but it's about how people handle that type of thing. And then they also had it where they obviously impersonated Osama bin Laden really badly, and they made him like this. They made Cartman like this Bugs Bunny character, and Osama like this really like skinny, scrawny, sad dude, and they showed his penis was like this big. It's like, oh, they need a magnifying glass to see his penis. Like, oh, kind of small, ain't it? Um, it was so that just because of that episode, probably the most memorable, for me as a New Yorker, for me as just someone that that was really funny. But yeah, you have things like they can be horribly racist. They could be horribly, anti. Well, they're not. I mean, two guys that do it are Jewish, so they're not. But there's a bunch of Jewish jokes in there. There's a bunch of every joke in there, and the way they do it is hysterical. Like when Cartman goes and or a bunch of the Mexicans, they go back to Mexico, so everybody wakes up in the morning, and like their lawn's not mowed, their leaves aren't raked, and everyone's like, no. So the border patrol gets like new recruits, and when they're doing like the training, Cartman's in one of the recruits because like he would love to poop on Mexicans, whatever. So he goes and the sheriff's like, all right, we're not really concerned with which way the Mexicans are trying to get over the border. Just make sure they don't go over the border because they're trying to keep them in the U.S. Because everyone's like, oh my God, our labor force is gone. And Carmen's just taking like, he doesn't have real sunglasses or he doesn't have real like binoculars. So he's going, like just pretending that he has it. I don't know. They're so good. They have PC Principal. They have the new stuff with Token, saying that he's named after Tolkien. But they call it's amazing. So yeah, you asked opinion on Family Guy and South Park, and those are it. Those are there's so many good things. I feel bad that I haven't been able to really watch them as much as of late, but they're so good. Phil Dong says, Randy, quick question. Favorite EV? You said it's Vaporeon. I wonder why. No, I don't. So my favorite evolution. It depends. In Gen 1, you have Flareon that's super strong, but does not know a lot of attacks, like at all. And Jolteon's super fast and an electric type, really good. It's a good sweeper. But then you have Vaporeon that can learn Ice Beam. And any Pokemon that can... One, Vaporeon has a large amount of health, which is really good. Water attack, great. And then knowing Ice Beam is going to heck up Lance's dragons. So in Gen 1... Vaporeon is really good, but again, that's you do need a water stone to evolve, which is fine. It's fine. You could go and buy some. I think you could even find some. No, I think you just have to buy them. And there's unlimited amount in Gen 1 that you could do. But you do get a Lapras, and you get a Lapras at level 15. You get an Eevee at level 5 or level 20. So you can evolve it right away. You can teach it Ice Beam, do whatever. It's fine. They're both good. I thoroughly enjoy Espeon. Umbreon's great. Umbreon's adorable. Umbreon is the tank, is the one that has high special defense and high defense. And Umbreon does not have high defense, has a little bit higher special defense, but its special attack is just boom, cannon. Maybe a little bit of a glass cannon, but it's psychic. I would rather have Espeon. So I really, really like Espeon. You do have to evolve Eevee during the day. So for these two, in the first generation, you have Vaporeon evolves by Water Stone, Flareon by Firestone, and Jolteon by Thunderstone. But in this one, they introduce Happiness, which I'm super excited that they did. And you have two new evolutions. Umbreon, which Eevee has to reach a certain amount of happiness. And if you level up Eevee at night, while it has maxed out happiness stats, it'll evolve into an Umbreon. Evolve Eevee during the day with maxed out happiness stats, it's Espeon. And I happened to have evolved it. It happened to change into Espeon. I was like, this is great. I love it. And that's my favorite. I mean, Sylveon's really cool. Leafeon's cool. Like there's a bunch that are cool now, but Espeon's always got that, special place in my heart. Philton's laughing says more. Soda Sopaw? Soda Sopaw? Soda Sopaw? I don't know what that means. Big Meme Head 21 says, the best fight in Family Guy was the Trump versus Peter. Wait, the Trump versus Peter? I thought it was the Chicken versus Peter Griffin. Those fights were epic. Or maybe it was the one where there's some kid on the playground that Stewie has a problem with. It's like, hey, what's the Pete Rose haircut? And it kicks him in the nuts. And he's like, oh, God. And then they war with each other. And the kids are getting into F-16s and going, ah, da, 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 da. That was freaking cool. That was dope. But yeah, I haven't seen the Peter and the Trump fight. I've seen the Peter and the Chicken fight. I think they fight a couple times. But I haven't seen the Peter and the Trump fight. I got to look at that. Phil John says, City Foe is what I'm going to name my pho spot. Oh, very good. Very good. Pho is nice. Murica. Prince Toby says, bruh, Cartman is honestly more of a villain than Frieza. He led a neo-Nazi cult. That's true. He had oh, God. Yeah. Cartman's a bad dude. He made his half-brother eat his own parents. Injected his friend with a virus and became a literal Somali pirate. That's true. Oh, I remember that episode. Haven't you assholes been watching the news recently? Pirating is back. Oh, God, that was vintage Cartman. Peak Cartman. Prince Toby says, also, don't forget Cartman faked to be mentally disabled. It got last place at the Special Olympics. Oh, God, that was so good. That was, South Park is king. That is the best. Can't tell me otherwise. Don't at me. Prince Toby says, also forgot to mention he kidnapped Arab parents and farted right in their face after drinking apple juice. This kid needs to be exiled from South Park. Oh, that was great. Good times. Please, people, watch your language. So close, yet so far. What does this mean? You're slowly but surely. Oh, Steven Duarte has now 2,100 collectibles and 277 sets. Absolutely bananas. Get it. Get that bread. I feel so sad. I only have 69 sets. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And that appears to be the show for today. We've gone a little over an hour, so I'm happy. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Everyone say goodbye to Dashi. Goodbye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 Wendy.